I think I have one of the most energy efficient RVs that's on the road right now. I have 3.2 kilowatts. That's 3,200 watts of solar panels on my roof. And that's a lot of charging. I bought this from Monument Solar. That's monument-solar.com. And if you use or mention the code Minuteman Prep, it'll actually get you a coupon if this is something you end up wanting to get. That's not why I'm making this video. I wanted to show you how you can make a really energy efficient RV. First of all, utilizing the whole roof in order to have solar. Previously, I had 2,100 watts. That's 2.1 kilowatts of solar panels on the roof. And that was already doing really good for us. We couldn't really sustain the rooftop air conditioner with that, as well as all the other things we're running. But now we can very easily. And this is providing extra shading for our roof, so the RV stays cooler naturally already. I can make upwards of about 16 to 20 kilowatt hours of capacity just by using the setup. And I want to show you one of the reasons why it's so easy for us to get fully charged, and that's because we're using really energy efficient items. Now, there are two things that really drain energy or use a lot of power in an RV. And the first and most obvious is this rooftop air conditioner. A typical rooftop air conditioner will use about 1,300 watts while running. So that's 1,300 watt hours per hour that it runs for 60 minutes. To be more efficient, I installed this 9,000 BTU Mr. Cool. And it seriously is like it's keeping the whole RV cold right now. And it only uses about 300 or 400 watts. So it's about a quarter to a third of the energy as the rooftop air conditioner. And I have a full install video on how I did that here on the channel. So if you want to do something like that, you can. But keep in mind, it's easy on travel trailers, not very easy on fifth wheels. Now, this is my dog Pepper, and she goes on trips with us like this all the time. And so we need to keep it nice and cool in here when we're gone. We're at swim camp right now. And so this is a hot spring, a natural hot spring that's been turned into a pool here in Idaho. And so we come down for a week every year and we do swim camp. And our dog needs to stay nice and cool here in the RV, and we like it to stay nice and cool. The biggest thing that you may notice is the noise difference. So right now, that Mr. Cool is running and keeping the whole RV cold. Let me turn on the rooftop air conditioner real quick. Here we go. So this is how we would typically run it on the colder setting and then with the high fan. So if you run a rooftop air conditioner, you already know how noisy it is. And I'm standing like 18 inches roughly from the mic to this. It's really loud. This is running right now, same thing, about 18 inches away. You might be able to hear the wind or the air blowing on the mic, but this runs nearly silent. So if you can redo the air conditioner, then I highly recommend it. They're very easy to install and they're pretty affordable. But the next biggest thing is the fridge. Now, RV refrigerators usually can run off of electricity or propane. But if they run on electricity, they consume anywhere from 2 to 4 times the amount of energy as a typical household refrigerator. So anywhere from like generally about 400 watt hours per hour. This new one here that I got from Everchill is a very large one, so we not only have a lot more space, it was also a direct drop-in. I have to finish up the trim around it, but you can see where I pulled out the old fridge, put this one in, and we have way more space, and it does better cooling. Let me show you how much energy it uses. So here's the model, all the information in here. At max power, this is using 120 watts. And the air conditioner, which I think was also about $1,200, we end up saving anywhere from like 1,000 to 2,000 watt hours per hour of energy usage, which means we can fully recharge our batteries in a single day while keeping the air conditioning running and keeping the food cold, and we're not using propane. And all I did is use this generator rack that I bought online. I think it was like $150, $250, put it on the tongue, and I have the outside condenser of the Mr. Cool mini split out here. And we've had this for a couple of years now, have had zero issues. It works perfectly being towed behind my truck. Not a single problem. We've had zero maintenance on it, done zero work, and it is working phenomenally. My onboard batteries are lithium iron phosphate 12 volt 100 amp hour each, which means that I have about 2,500 watt hours of battery capacity here. Now, I don't run the air conditioner off of these. I don't have the inverter connected to these. I have a separate battery bank here inside underneath my bed, but we can run the refrigerator for about 50 hours nonstop just off this battery bank. That is equivalent to 2 days of nonstop running, which there was not a chance we'd even get up to like 4 to 6 hours previously on the other Dometic fridge. Now, the Monument solar racking isn't necessarily cheap. It's totally over-engineered. It's designed to go 250,000 miles down the road. That's what it's for. For people who want to boondock and have all the power off-grid, run possibly 2 air conditioners, run the refrigerator on electricity, just be 100% self-reliant, that's really what it's for. So not everybody's going to be looking for a rig or setup of this size, but for those who want to be serious about self-reliance and having even just a bug-out vehicle with all the power you need, theoretically, I could actually just keep this parked outside of my house, even keep my solar generators and my battery setup here in the RV, and backfeed it to my house in an emergency. So I could basically have a mobile trailer power setup on the side of my house at all times that can also run my house if needed. So basically, as long as we have water, access to water, then we can be anywhere for as long as we want, or at least on BLM land until you reach the limit, which is about 2 weeks before you have to leave that spot. One of the next upgrades that I'm doing, and if this is something that you'd be interested in, comment down below. But what I'm going to be doing is replacing this whole awning with either an 800 watt, likely a 1200 watt solar panel awning. So once we do that, we'll go from 3.2 kilowatts to 4.4 kilowatts of solar. A friend of mine just had 4.4 kilowatts of solar installed on his house, and it cost him over $50,000. It was like $52,500 to put it on his house, 4.4 kilowatts with a 10 kilowatt hour battery. That's what we're running in here, is 10 kilowatt hours of battery, and we'll have 4.4 kilowatts on the roof, and it'll cost substantially less than what he paid, and this is mobile. So that means we can take it anywhere we want and backfeed our house if we ever need to for less than what he did on a residential install. People get ripped off in the solar industry all the time, and it's a big frustration for me, which is why I try to make these videos and help educate people on options on how to do solar better. You don't have to do racking like this. This is simply the best option I have found to max out the solar on any RV. So anywhere from 2 panels all the way up to like 12 or 14 panels is what Monument Solar has to offer. And again, that's monument-solar.com. But I love the fact that I've made this really energy efficient and I can take it anywhere I want. I can travel the whole country with my family and never run out of power. We actually have a customer that we did an RV Monument Solar install for who's charging their Tesla. They live in their RV, they've been in it for 6 years, and they bought a Tesla, and they actually charge it up off of the rig or the setup that's on their RV. I don't know any other system anywhere that can do that. It's just baffling to me. So if this is something that interests you, shoot me an email to info@minutemansolar.com or just reach out directly to Monument Solar. And if you tell them that Minuteman Prep, that's me, Ben, sent you, then you can even get a coupon or a discount if you decide to get the system. You don't have to. That's, again, not why I'm doing this. I just love the fact that I can be prepared. And in the meantime, I get to enjoy going camping with my family anywhere I want for free. I just have to bring my own water. That's it. Really what I should get is a water generator that can pull water out of the air. I could run that off of this system, and then I could replenish my own water anywhere that I go. Especially with 4.4 kilowatts of solar, that would be really easy. And then we could put in a reverse osmosis or like some type of water filtration system that runs through the whole rig. And as long as then we have a place to dump our water, we could be pretty much 100% self-sustaining, I guess depending on how much water we could produce per day. Now, I'll have a video out on how I did this installation as well as other installations on RVs if you're interested in doing this. Bottom line, it's, again, not the cheapest thing, but it's for people who really are serious about having all of their own power and not paying 50 to 100 bucks every time they go to an RV park for every night. I like that. When we go camping, we usually request the spots that don't have any shade. This was the sunniest spot here at this campground, and we're able to power everything on our own with the solar panels. And it's pretty fun because every time someone walks by, they're like, holy crap, that's so much solar. And it's like, yeah, it's fun not having to pay for electricity and be 100% self-reliant.